Hi, we're good. How are you feeling today?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
That's nice.
Hi.
How you doing, Sunsy?
Okay. Okay. How about you, buddy? I got my suspenders on. They're not off yet, so that's a good sign.
That's very good.
If you guys see these off, then things have gone downhill for me, that's for sure.
Indeed. Well, welcome to the cast here. We got Petrify versus AndyWand. Old AndyWand. Oh my goodness gracious! There has been another update. Hopefully, we got that in order.
Are you excited for this? We're gonna see the update here.
That's gonna be great.
Do you know
I
what's
hear
in
the quicker animations.
That's
of course,
right.
I do. All right, let's get right into it, Sunsfan. So, starting things off today, we have got that mono red monster versus the now improved green Darkseer.
That's right. I'm very excited to see Darkseer make a bigger splash today and tomorrow.
An even bigger splash.
Yeah. Yes. What did I say?
You said a big splash, and I said I want to see it even bigger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I can see that too.
Don't turn me down.
I'm turning myself down. Don't worry about it, buddy. All right, so Petrify versus AndyWand, of course, in this first round bracket for the WePlay Agility Artifact Tournament.
By Valve Software.
By Valve Software.
Produced in 2018.
In Kiev.
In Kiev.
Ukraine.
Which is on the...
Is it Ukraine or the Ukraine? We've been having
this...
It is
Ukraine.
That's what I think,
Not the Ukraine.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. So looking at AndyWand's hand right now, he obviously will be putting down the Stonehall Elite to eat a little bit of cheeseburger action here. But Petrify, of course, we've been through this so many times. We'll be taking that out thanks to the Viscous Nasal Goo, and we're going to see a trade of Bristlebacks. But his hand right now, you have Stars Align.
Yes.
Not a whole lot afterwards, though.
Sure. So we got at least 2 rounds then.
Do have the Emissaries in hand, but the Time of Triumphs are what he really, really wants.
Is that a good idea to use a Viscous Nasal Goo to just kill one of those?
Man, boy, you are just like, every day it's a different pronunciation. That is actually impressive.
Is it worth it to use that on something like a Stonehall Elite? I mean, you get to kill the unit, but you can affect a hero forever.
I mean, did you see that Cheeseburger Man yesterday? He was like a...
21.
He had a ridiculous amount of HP and attack.
Yes.
Pretty disgusting.
That seems like something you could deal with, potentially.
Really?
Not when it gets that big. I mean, that's like when you have the, you know, the pimp on your back and you just don't mess with it, and then it gets huge.
The pus is everywhere. Yeah. This third lane for AndyWand right now is pretty insane. I don't know if Petrify even wants to contest anymore. This is almost looking out of control.
I think
4 creeps with Axe.
With old Axe, you don't contest, but new Axe, you're fine.
Really, you're just fine.
You're a pushover.
I mean, the fact that he has 2 heroes dead already and he has to start working in these other 2 lanes, this is going to be free damage to the tower for AndyWand, so this is a really good start for him.
Yikes.
Darkseer will not be accompanied by another hero. We've been talking about this hero a lot. A lot of times you want to put tons of heroes into the lane that he's in because you have so much maneuverability, but perhaps a little fake out here from Petrify.
Yeah, potentially here. Roseleaf Druid seems like the right thing to put down in this lane, unless you want to get some of that sick-ass retaliate damage from Ion Shell. Interested if we're going to see the Stonehall Cloak come out, of course. There it is. And we shall see. I like still having Darkseer in here. You can put the Roseleaf Druid and slap it into another lane with the ability.
That's true.
Could be pretty interesting, because really, he might want to get that Time of Triumph next turn, and he's going to need the mana to do it.
Yeah, and Stars Align, we talked about the biggest counter to it is enough magic, because you have so much time to actually cast it. So being able to move that after using a Stars Align could actually be pretty huge. I think you're exactly right. Now, unfortunately for Petrify, Darkseer will die.
That is a bit of a runner in that play in there, Sunsfan. Yeah. He's going to be dead now.
Did not choose to move any creeps. Of course, when he comes back, his Surge will be back anyway, even if he had used it. But choosing not to do so is going to see a Lost Connection duel. Wow, that really beat the crap out of AndyWand.
Holy sh! AndyWand got so destroyed it kicked him.
Jesus.
That was awful. Well, luckily he's back. Maybe he just wanted to avert his eyes.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I don't know if he put down Stonehall Elite. I think you're just perfectly fine with this lane. I mean,
and to get that initiative for the next round. It is round 6, typically important against those blue decks we've been seeing so much. And pretty important here, too. If Stars Align into those big cards are now available.
He's literally getting tower. Turn 3.
Wow.
No creeps have spawned.
Incredible. Well, they have spawned. but...
Well, I mean for Petrify.
Yes.
They never deployed in that third lane, so a bit unlucky.
That is unfortunate, but...
And this is a triple deploy here. AndyWand with 3 heroes in this lane, trying to contest the... He assumes going to be close to the 8-man around here, right?
So do you bait out the Stars Align first, or no, you just enough magic?
Yep.
You just take
Right.
that shit...
Fair enough.
And I like it.
I mean, there's always the possibility that he has Spring the Trap in hand, right? Not quite as powerful as the other ones, but still.
So if you're Petrify here, you're thinking about using Berserker's Call just to get some flat-out damage, am I right? I mean, everything is blocked up here, and this is not what you want a Berserker's Call, but...
Gonna go for the duel instead.
Interesting.
Which means that this creep will die, and that's 4 less damage that could be done to the tower.
Yeah, that could be 6 next round if he had kept that bad boy alive.
But the big thing here is Slack's initiative was given up by Petrify in order to do this, right?
Yes.
And what is in AndyWand's hand again for next round?
That is right. Enough magic. So we
Yes.
still will not be able to see all those creeps. It's like Petrify has walked right into Andy's trap, and that's, you know, the MVP that we've been seeing in this tournament when it comes to red decks against these ramp boys. Just keep enough magic in them. Keep stalling, and you'll be just fine.
That's right. And if you don't draw Celemane's favor, then your Stars Align are almost useless in a lot of these games.
I like this decision to put this hero in the first lane,
Yeah,
too. You know
why
you're going to
not?
Stars Align. You know you just want some sweet damage. You're going to kill both these guys.
Wow, enough magic will come through and kill everybody.
Yeah.
Will sacrifice the Timber Saw, though.
A worthy
but
sacrifice.
Absolutely. And you won't be able to cast the Boar this time around. But
I mean,
yeah, 8-mana is too scary.
yeah, you have to assume that your enemy has... Oh!
All right, didn't see that. Berserker's Call works just as well. You can use enough magic next turn if you really want.
And yeah, was that the right decision, though, to kill your Beastmaster instead of your Timber Saw? Have to think so. I think that was a decent call. But here we go. We'll finally get something.
right.
We don't have Time of Triumph, which is what he's looking for, but the Quorum will
Who are
be
you moving
summoned.
over? All right, you're
Moving
buffing
over
first.
the Quorum!
No, too late for that. You're going to move over a hero now.
Nah.
I mean, you have. What do you mean? You have 0. You're
Nah.
literally going to lose first lane.
The Quorum can handle it.
All right, going to get a full heal, so Axe will try to 1v3 in the first lane here very shortly.
Yeah.
Here you're seeing the power of Darkseer, but just didn't get off to a good enough start for this to really matter, I feel like. He's just so far behind right now. He still hasn't even got to this tower.
Yep, it's all going to come down to that first lane, though. Tower, spring the trap.
Or do you save initiative here?
Saving initiative very well could be the end of times for this man. But spring the trap is also very good as well.
I think if you save initiative, you're 100% roaring here,
Yeah.
right? Especially if creeps spawn. He's not, yeah. He's going to save initiative just in case. Spring the trap is nice, but doesn't really do that much for you next turn. So I like this play a lot from AndyWand.
Man, just that third lane just got away from them so hard. They don't even have any ways to summon creeps, but luck be it, another creep goes in that third lane.
Yeah.
Gracious me. What an army.
Of course, we are working with mono red, so they're not going to be able to take that ancient or anything like that anytime soon.
That is true.
And what are the choices here for AndyWand? Like we talked
Many.
about, the Primal Roar could come out to stun Axe and move this creep away. You're dealing 14 damage to the tower.
That is true. But,
He's going to do it.
yep. Way too much damage to be passing up at this moment. 16 damage.
Sorry, Tresden Standards is there. That's true. Oh, he actually gets rid of the stun with the Jasper Daggers. We've seen this a lot. There's a big call onto 3. Oh, that is a huge turnaround now.
Yeah, I wanted to say I thought that maybe just doing the enough magic was the right thing to do there because you prevent any kind of response at all. A little bit risky with that new Jasper Dagger. Well, not new, but Jasper Daggers is an
It's
item.
relatively new. And this, even though he's only getting tower now, this will go 80 very, very quickly. With only 1 hero coming out next turn, AndyWand's game has just been flipped upside down all of a sudden.
I mean, that is the greed for you, though. You know, call, I mean, enough magic, that would have just completely wiped those boys out. No fuss, no muss. Giving your enemy any opportunity to press any buttons can bite you in the booty. As we're kind of seeing here. Answers must be formulated with only 1 hero left, and Axe's new Red Mist army over here not being too effective against an Ancient.
Yeah, he's going to have to spring the trap now, which again, not doing that much right now. 24 health still on the tower, and now Petrify's looking pretty damn good in this game. That mid lane will push extremely fast. Axe will get the Blink Dagger applied, though.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get 2 heroes here for AndyWand versus the 3 of Petrify if he chooses to go to the first lane.
Do you just pray that the first lane isn't taken, time a Triumph in mid, and go for Ancient? With that much damage already.
I feel like AndyWand has to put somebody mid, right? This is 80. This is going to be 80.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, why even risk it? It's just 80 already without any heroes.
Is it, though? It's 24 extra damage. Yes. No, it's actually a little bit short.
Okay.
He needs 29. It's 24 damage right now.
We do have 2 Blink Daggers, though, for our boy Petrify.
Ooh, Spring the Trap finishes it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Could still get the tower here, even. Time of Triumph comes out right off the bat.
Oh, that was
Primal
interesting.
Roar is not there. I think this is just game.
We do.
You can block here,
Yeah.
which saves a lot of damage, but you're just going to lose in the mid lane, I feel like.
It is looking real rough. We don't happen to have a Blink Dagger on Andy, so that's unfortunate. But
yeah, no Spring the Trap able to be played, obviously, from Petrify to the mid lane to secure lethal, but I think he probably still has lethal with the Roseleaf Druid and Blink, but we'll have to see if this ends up not going through here.
And yeah, I mean, in this kind of game that we saw with the green ramp up, oh, the Sword Shard. There it is.
Down our enemies.
As I was saying, though, in this kind of lane, Petrify, if he gets himself an exposed Ancient, he can threaten for 80 very quick. And what we saw here is that with that mono red, getting that early Ancient, it gives you a nice win condition, but you're not going to be taking that, which can severely impact you.
He blocks here, which means the LC can just blink to the mid lane to 100% secure lethal. Is there a blink follow-up from AndyWand? Absolutely not. So that will be game 1, which looked very much in favor of AndyWand.
But that is the weakness there. The greed. We saw that one moment where he could have just enough magic and kept that bad boy going, and then formulated a new plan. He had initiative. He made sure he had it. But he went for that very intense scream. Sometimes when you primal roar, it ain't the right move, boy.
No. All right, going to be dueling a creep here to open up some damage to the tower. How much is this going to end up being?
That's going to be 4 damage.
Well, 11 damage to the tower now. We have 2 Whirling Deaths. Only 1 can be cast. All right, we're going to have to swap out, so extra damage coming through. He needs 9. And I don't think you're going to find any more here.
Let's see. Whirling Death isn't going to be able to remove any creeps.
You can draw a card, but then you've used
out
all
of
your mana.
So
that's going to be it. So AndyWand loses game 1.
All those creeps in that last lane, they all thought they were doing such a good job. They all died.
Jasper Daggers won that game. And the positioning of the heroes was perfect for that call. That was literally just the game.
I think Greed won that game, my friend. Or lost that game.
Greed.
Of
course, Darkseer we saw again being played. Did Petrify, I don't remember, did he even bring red-green in the first half of the tournament? I'm not sure.
Negative.
But either way, we're seeing a lot more Darkseer, and we're seeing why. Just being able to, you know, commit to a lane. I mean, he didn't get that. He got that tower in mid 2 rounds later.
Yeah.
Than AndyWand did in the 3rd lane, and he still ends up basically aiding.
I mean, that's what happens when you have that kind of ability to take down those towers, SUNSfan. The creeps are not enough. They need more buffs. They need the quorum. But
all right, so AndyWand working with the same mono red list. And for Petrify, we're going to bring up his list here. This is the black-red aggro. He's got the 3 Nevermores, no oaths.
No oaths.
Important to note. But very much aggro-centric with the Tinker and, of course, Sorlakan.
And a big thing that everyone's talking about with this new series here is spot weakness. Apparently, everybody's got this card now. Most people have about 3 of them, where it was just a splash of 1.
Most people?
Most people, I would say.
Really?
Have the spot weakness.
Really?
That's right.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Andy.
Thank you.
That's news to me.
Okay.
Do you like spot weakness as a card?
I didn't before this tournament, but
it's great with Dresden standards. Let me tell you.
Very good with Dresden standards. So you know what it really is? It has a lot of uses. You don't think piercing's that good, but with how much everyone is running the armor on the towers now, it's pretty okay.
I don't think we've seen that once actually against. That would be pretty good against Vestures.
Yeah.
But have yet to see that. Maybe today.
I think we've seen it.
Really?
I believe yesterday somebody was doing some damage.
Either way, we still have a lot of heroes with a decent amount of armor. We got axes, we got Treant Protectors, so spot weakness does have a place. And Petrify. Sorlakan ends up going to the 1st lane, and what's the rule of Sorlakan again?
Sorlakan doesn't hit tower, SUNSfan. She just doesn't do it unless you make her. You have to force her into her job.
I see.
She wants to live a different life. But
is that part of the lore that I'm not aware of?
That is part of the lore. Sorla Khan is allergic to towers. There we go.
All right, we're going to see a duel right off the bat. So it's going to be a 2-for-1 special. Of course, a creep, but nonetheless.
Hardly a special. But we'll take it. So, of course, a creep is going to be spawning in that first lane since Sorla Khan is down there. So we can predict that pretty easily. Spot weakness available. Gonna get a nice card draw. A little bit of Pierce. And they are trading a lot here, SunsFan.
That's what happens when you're playing a lot of red heroes, my friend.
That is true.
All right, we're going to see another trade. 4 damage extra doing to the tower here from the Oglodi Vandal.
Can't let that Bronze Legionnaire live.
Yes, very important.
Too dangerous.
Very important. And we'll see if you're correct on the prediction on that melee creep.
It has
I think
to.
Either way, Beastmaster will, in all likelihood, go to this lane.
There they are.
All right, double trouble.
As always, we want 100%. There's no chance Sorla Khan can ever hit a tower, so those will be going down.
That's true. The sad life of Sorla Khan, who will, in all likelihood, well, Petrify does have a Stonehall Cloak if he chooses to use it on our favorite hero, Sorla Khan. March of the Machines is now drawn by Petrify, along with Gank, your favorite card in the game.
Yeah. Phantom Assassin alive in that last lane, but enough magic. That is
nice.
Value right there.
That is.
Especially against this kind of deck now. We've been talking about how strong that card is in these ramp decks, but in situations like this, you don't have to worry about the late game, you know? You're red heroes. Don't worry about it. He's got black heroes versus red heroes. You know what's coming. Time of Triumph, that's all he's got. No ramp. So play that shit.
That's all he's got is Time of Triumph.
That's all he's got. Time of Triumph and the black PA card with a Tinker and a Sorla.
Well, speaking of Tinker, immediate Stonehall Cloak applied. And I don't think a gank is incoming because he can't kill anything.
You don't think?
March of the Machines.
Yeah.
Not too great in this lane. You got Timbersaw that's always going to have some armor in all likelihood. And, of course, Axe, who takes 0 damage from it.
Not too great in any lane, but I mean, it's...
First lane is fine.
It's okay.
First lane is good enough.
There's a lot of good combos you can do with March of the Machines versus some decks, but with red, not really. They're just going to hit some creeps and maybe get you 6 tower damage, which is nothing to scoff at, SunsFan.
Nothing?
It's nothing to scoff at. 6 damage.
We also have a gank in hand like we talked about. PA could go for the kill on the Legion Commander to trade lives. See if that ends up being the case or not.
Quite ironic if that were to happen.
How is that ironic?
Well, you know, she's safe in the 3rd lane. I mean, Legion Commander thinks that she's going to die anyway, and then...
What? You mean PA thinks she's going to...
No, Legion Commander thinks that PA's going to die.
Oh, yes.
So the ironic thing is it will be Legion who dies with PA.
That's not ironic, though.
That is ironic, isn't it?
Sure.
PA could kill anyone she wanted.
Yes.
And she ends up killing herself. Ironic, isn't it?
Yes. That is ironic. I will agree with you to shut you up.
How is that not ironic?
Oh, enough magic again.
Boom!
So that's 2 out of the 3 from AndyWand used. And they were both actually quite well used.
Yeah, they're okay, but still a lot of tower HP. And without those enough magics as a threat later, he knows that he can only have 1 left. Petrify now no longer has to fear that insta-cast. There's a lot more insta-cast, though. You got a duel, you got a Berserker's Call, so the situation remains pretty stressful.
Yep, and TA, that would be great, Templar Assassin, but LC spawns into the first lane, into sudden death, it seems.
Gracious.
But, of course, Traveler's Cloak is here to save her, if he chooses to do so.
Ready for war.
And he will. Actually setting up a potential upkeep kill onto the Bristleback, but we do see a Stonehall Cloak available for AndyWand now.
Goodbye!
Smash the defenses. Only 1 proc was used from that Tinker improvement.
Man, this is just reactionary plays coming out from Andy that are all just paying off, you know? Every single plan that Petrify's had so far has been dealt with smash your defenses, with enough magics. Gotta start to get a little frustrating here.
Yeah.
However, we're getting close to that round 8, that round 7, where things are going to be helping out a little bit. Hootie Cootie, Coup de Grace is available. There's only 1 black hero left, but I would have to assume this is going out. You want a laser first? That's what I'm thinking, buddy!
You laser axe and then you coup the old timber saw, perhaps?
But you don't have time, because Berserker's Call is in hand. Yep. So you're going to laser one, but the other one's going to take you, SUNSfan.
Timber saw only has 4 damage, though.
But SUNSfan...
His call is worthless.
Are you sure?
It's pretty worthless. Yeah. Now we're going to see the call the other way around, though.
And then a laser.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice here from Petrify.
I could dig it. Those cooties are going to be pretty important, especially late game when you're up against those time to triumph your... Oh!
There we go. We're going to see the call. You called it originally.
I did call it. I called the call, and...
It's a little bit different than I anticipated, but regardless, Tinker is the last one to survive in that mid lane, which isn't something you say all too often.
Yes. Tinkers hardly ever survive.
No, Fight Through the Pain is going to be used by AndyWand, so initiative is on his side. That means 7 mana Primal Roar can be used, but I don't know if Petrify wants to go to this first lane at all.
You don't think so?
No, I think the Blink
33
Dagger...
33 HP. You don't think that matters?
I mean, you got PA and Sorla, so...
But you got Cootie Hootie. That takes out a lot of damage. 10 damage from that Bristleback SUNSfan. You can just coup de grace that bad boy, and then he ain't getting anything.
Yeah, potentially.
Stay with me, SUNSfan.
It looks like I refuse to stay with you.
Stay with me, brother. Don't leave me here.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me.
Please.
Is that Sorla Khan going to hit a tower in the 3rd lane, or will that arrow...
I mean, it's guaranteed not to.
Will that arrow block at SUNSfan? Of course!
Wow, shocking that the arrow that we saw 10 seconds ago spawns. Unbelievable.
You know, you're so judgy. 3 Assault Ladders and a Disciple of Nevermore.
Wow.
Hello, Dolly.
All right, well, the choices here for AndyWand are interesting. He can do 22 damage to the tower. He has 2 heroes coming in next turn. The LC is in a bit of trouble here, but of course we do see Cloak. Do you want to blink the Bristleback somewhere? If you blink mid, you're getting lasered.
You are going to get lasered. So I think not.
I have a prediction that Dresden Standards will be played.
Don't you dare.
On one of these heroes.
Do not do it.
Who would cast it?
Who cares?
It's going to be on Bristleback. It does matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
Matters quite a bit.
That's very nice, SUNSfan.
Do you go for the damage here or you blink out?
You get the damage. That's just a free tower. 27 out of 33. What are you, crazy?
Yeah, but do you really think that Petrify's coming to this lane?
You potentially could, SUNSfan. We do have coup de grace.
Stop saying my name over and over, please.
SUNSfan? Shannon?
Please stop saying my name.
All right.
Well, he's going to blink both heroes. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that.
I'm very upset.
I was not expecting that one.
That is about the opposite of what I expected to happen. Makes a lot of sense, though. If you blink 1 hero over, you get laser, nothing happens. You blink 2 heroes over, you Berserker's Call, and kill both of them.
Oh, so I think we're going to see the coup or laser coup.
I don't know why you're
going to start with the coup, so gank is lost. PA is going to be a bit sad about that one.
You want to do that to make sure that, you know, you don't get Berserker's called right there and get double killed. Now you're going to lose PA.
Yeah, we're going to see the death of PA from the Berserker's Call. Laser doesn't actually do anything other than prevent damage to the tower. And actually, Tinker has to laser a creep to survive this, and he's going to have to do that. That does not feel good.
No, that's a tough life for Tinker. And, oh, that does not feel good.
Oh, yeah.
1 HP left.
That's a healthy boy if I've ever seen one.
That boy did the math. So you got a coup de grace here to hit the tower, wasting more resources.
Yeah, but Sorla's hitting it.
Yeah.
Do you equip phase boots beforehand, like right now?
Why not?
For later.
You already lost initiative. You might as well get something going, and you got to have phase boots on Sorla Khan. She is not able to hit that tower.
If it was up to her and she could cast phase boots, she would have gone in front of that creep after the fact,
Absolutely.
Right?
If Sorla Khan would just 360 phase boots the hell out of that lane and kill herself if she could.
I think so too. All right. Petrify looking to double up on the first lane to retake it because of AndyWand's sudden departure last round.
Yes. That was
He has
quite
Axe and
sudden.
Timbersaw coming right now.
Uh-huh. So that first lane could have got some massive damage on there. Do you think it was really worth blinking out both those heroes?
I mean, you kind of guarantee that you'll be able to use the Berserker's Call like we saw.
Yeah.
Right?
You only kill PA, though. You could have already had this first tower, basically. Would have been done, though. Now we got that opportunity with that blink to put 2 heroes in and try to defend that tower, netting him not really anything. So, interesting decision there. Of course, as you guys saw in that 3rd lane, the arrow was there to block Sorla Khan, in case you're keeping tabs on that hero.
Wow, 0 red cards in hand for Petrify, so this first lane is kind of just a kill creeps mode right now. He can blink somebody over, though. And yeah, this Bristleback is looking mighty tasty.
I literally think you have to blink someone over to the last lane just to be able to take that thing. If Sorla, oh, can I take a look at that third lane, SUNSfan?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, Sorla can just phase boots that creep. I thought I saw
You can
double
phase
arrows.
Boots, yeah, phase boots into Assault or
Yep.
even Disciple. You can do 2 of them, in fact.
In fact,
You can do Assault Ladders and then March the Machines another lane. That's actually quite nice.
do you want to double Disciple in that last lane to put on some real pressure and make him send one over there?
It depends on how much damage you can do to the tower this round. I think that's 100% dependent on that. We're going to see a Stonehall Elite come down from AndyWand.
Woo!
All right. Lane is decently wide for him. He's done a lot of damage to that tower. Only 15 remains.
This guy's dead.
Yes, he is.
That's definitely the play. You just get something out before you're dead because you are going to die. And he actually gives him a little bit of time to do something. That was interesting. Primal Roar is at the ready, but right here it's not a great situation to use that.
It's not great. And he can't kill him. Well, okay, you can roar, I suppose.
Now he's probably going to phase boot out, get that Bristleback to get the kill with that 11 damage.
Yeah.
And there you go. So Tinky Winky will finally fall.
No, never heard that one before.
No?
No. Is that in the lore as well?
No, yes. That's his
Sorlakan?
real name.
It's going to have to phase boots to hit that tower because she really wanted to hit that creep.
Now, could that roar have been a mistake? 2 Disciple and Evermore in this lane with the additional creep, SUNSfan, does give 22. He actually sent that creep over there.
Yeah, but, I mean, we know that Petrify also has Assault Ladders, so he would have had lethal anyway.
Shut up, SUNSfan. I'm trying to build a little bit of excitement in the
Or
match.
even a second Disciple. It's fine, buddy.
All right.
It's fine. Now, if you're... I mean, you know you're not working against Oaths here, so even if he puts another Assault... I mean, Assault Ladder's Disciple is scary, which is in hand for Petrify.
Yep. In fact, 2
no
Assault
Oath.
Ladders.
Indeed.
Why don't you just
Oh,
put...
there's that creep, though.
Yeah.
It's actually like clockwork. That is unbelievable.
It is not unbelievable. It is fate. That Sorla never gets the
All
tower.
right, March the Machines, but there's the Primal Roar from Tandy.
This could be a mistake.
We'll see.
Do it.
All right, Axe in the last lane now. PA in mid. I don't think this is a mistake. You're doing a lot of damage to this tower. Unfortunately, the boar will end up in this slot in front of the creep.
So now in the middle lane, PA does get to cast, if she decides to, double Assault Ladders in that last lane, and you have a Disciple. If it wasn't for that singular creep, which we do have duel to deal with, SUNSfan, that's a lot of damage.
I mean, you can blink over Beastmaster if you want
That is true.
to secure this tower.
But then you're losing a lot of damage on this exposed tower.
You're losing a lot of that, but it feels like you do have this tower secured. Like, do you want 3 heroes in this lane?
That was the mistake last time, SUNSfan. He blinked over the tower. And
Okay,
then
SUNSfan. Thank you, SUNSfan. I don't know. I think you might want to blink the Beastmaster over to another lane.
You lose all that damage. It's so delicious to be able to see -10 on a -15. My friend of mine.
So he's going to blink to the mid lane, which I think I agree with. Now, Phantom Flask will probably come out onto LC, which makes it a bit scarier now. So it's going to be a 2v2 situation. But, of course, the tower is in favor of AndyWand. But again,
I think this game's over. I think he's got enough damage in this third lane. Double Assault Ladders from the middle lane. If we have that, yeah, he has no stun. So double Assault Ladders in the third lane and a Disciple, and then a duel to follow up. I'm not going to do the math because I'd like to be excited.
What do you lose on coup, though?
You don't coup.
You don't coup.
You double Assault Ladders and win the game.
So does that mean you just blink if you're giving up this tower?
Yeah.
Might as well blink to...
That's right.
Even the first lane,
You go
honestly.
all in, double Assault Ladders, blink out, duel that last creep, and do the math. I have not done it, but I'm sure it's enough.
It probably is, actually. So another Blink Dagger coming in.
Okay, now we
so
have
AndyWand has some choices to go to this last lane, right? And he can see that there is a lot of damage coming through.
Now that might have been a mistake. Axe puts on the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, you're kind of showing your hand here, right?
You could have cooed him there.
Okay, well, you can't coup both Blink Daggers, though.
Nothing will get between me and
now, does he go first lane or third lane?
I think it just goes for the damage on third lane.
First lane is much safer, which is what he's going to do.
Okay.
Lethal is still being found here. I think Bristleback might need to go as well. Yeah, he's going to go. A lot of movement in this game.
Wow.
Almost feels like there's a Darkseer All right, only 10 damage left in that tower. You have to think that that will be given up by Petrify next round.
So
we have Coup, we have Duel, we have Disciple.
You got a coup de grace first, and then your decision. Do you duel to get rid of that creep and do that big damage? But I think you have to coup here, Sunsy.
I can give you the
Wow.
Going for Disciple.
Wow.
Smash your defenses.
You know what wouldn't have happened there if you cooed first?
Yeah, if you coup, then you lose a valuable card, though, right? He's going to duel the creep, as we talked about. So Sorla can finally hit that godforsaken tower. And that is going to be 50 damage. It would have been 10 additional if that ladders was not taken out.
Yikes.
I mean, this is still very scary for AndyWand.
Imagine if PA blinked on that tower, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, AndyWand needs to, like, top deck a Time of Triumph or something. But we can see that Coup is in hand, so it does not matter.
Look at those blocks!
This is the reason Coup was not cast, my friend.
Look at those blocks!
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That is brutal. We do have Whirling Death and Smash the defenses, but Whirling Death gonna get you very little. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. If this is not a Time of Triumph, I believe this is the game. Potion of Knowledge, the only move.
Even if it's a Time of Triumph, I think it's the game.
2, 4, 6.
Like, it doesn't do
4,
anything
8,
here
12.
because you have Coup.
That is true. We do not see it. We see the Stonehall Elite.
And he's going to have to keep Stonehall Elite to block here. But, of course, we see Phase Boots.
Oh.
Whirling Death isn't going to do a whole lot here unless Sorla... I mean, that's just going to take out one creep if she swaps. So I think this is going to be the game, my friend.
Damn, SUNSfan. All arrows point to going down the toilet. This is brutality at its finest. Look at that damage. Look at where the creep...
I mean, to be fair, even if there were no arrow, like if the arrows were all going straight, he'd still lose this game. Because mid lane, you can't take it either.
That is true.
You have laser to prevent any damage coming out from Beastmaster, even if these spawns didn't occur.
That is true.
So
too much movement this game, SUNSfan. Too much.
I guess so. He's
just take the tower. Remember when you said that? Move your boys from this tower? I'll take it eventually, you said.
Eventually, yes.
Eventually. You got wrecked.
Well, he blinked both. I wasn't expecting both. I was expecting one to go over.
I'm not trying to put you down here, SUNSfan.
It sounds like you are, friend.
All right.
So initiative is on the side of Petrify, so Coup can just come out on this last lane to secure the game.
Hootie cootie.
And this was a fairly fast game. Petrify not really... I don't think I saw any mistakes this time around. Played pretty flawlessly. And that's going to do it. So AndyWand loses. Petrify shall move on 2-0. Congratulations to him.
Rest in peace for AndyWand. I believe he is out of the tournament now. Everybody's going home if they lose these games today.
Indeed. That's how it works. That's how elimination works.
Goodbye, AndyWand. You had some great shows for us. Don't give up on your Artifact career. It was great. But you...
it
was great.
While you were around, it was fabulous. But goodbye.
All right, we'll go back to the panel. Good job, Petra.